Essentially, for every pound that is donated by other people this week, our donor is going to match that pound for pound up to the total value of 10,000.
Get Radio Breakfast with Rich Smith.
We're chatting to Ian Nutt, Head of Development at Oxfordshire Mind. Ian, good morning to you.
Morning, Rich. Nice to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now, I sort of teased up until this point that obviously we've been partnership with you with the Festive Fears campaign, and we've been hearing wonderful stories on the radio about how this campaign is helping Oxfordshire Mind and what have you. This week, though, an amazing thing has happened.
Santa has arrived early for us at Oxfordshire Mind. It's got to be said. Yeah, we are incredibly pleased and incredibly grateful that an anonymous donor has gifted up to £10,000 as match funding for our winter Festive Fears appeal. And what that means is quite often people get a little confused about what that means. Maybe they don't, I don't know. But essentially, for every pound that is donated by other people this week, our donor is going to match that pound for pound up to the total value of 10,000. So were we to raise £2,000 in other donations this week, he would match that up to another £2,000.
That is absolutely amazing. And just describe what it's like just in the office or kind of when you get the email, or how does this actually even the process of this coming about? How do you sort of get there, open a letter and read it and go, oh, hang on a minute, what happens?
Yeah, thanks. It's really interesting to explain this part of the job as fundraisers, and I'm kind of probably speaking on behalf of every single fundraiser in Oxfordshire who's working so hard all year long, but especially this time of year. Those moments are few and far between, and when they come, they're so special because you kind of feel like, okay, this is landing somewhere. People are really getting what it is that we're doing as an organisation. And for us as fundraisers, yes, of course, our job is to raise money, but the point is it's to raise money so that the charity is able to deliver amazing work and support more people and achieve our mission. So when it lands like that, what you're doing is you're realizing and understanding that all of the work that people are doing, all of the staff are doing at the front end is making a difference to people, and that someone has recognized that, and then the money follows. And that's just a brilliant bit.
No, that is amazing, and especially like you say at this time of year, because there is a big ramp up, and Christmas, we've talked to a lot of charities and yourself included, that there's the two folds to Christmas. There's the joy, the happiness, the ridiculous jumpers, which I'm in today. There is that side of things. There's also a darker side of things, which is important to address that balance and know that, and to have that recognised in this form of someone going, actually, do you know what? Christmas is a tough time, and actually, this anonymous donor, I can help and do something with it. That makes it special.
Yeah, and it's so true about this time of year. I think it's fair to say that most people will have some kind of stress or anxiety going on at this time of the year, even if it's down to the basics of knowing what to get somebody for Christmas or what jumper to wear at their Christmas. Some of these small things are manageable for some people, and they're really not for others. And some people don't quite know where to go or where to turn during this period. And that's what Oxfordshire Mind is partly there for, is to provide that ear, that shoulder for people to come to. So we're fundamentally fully aware of the struggles that people have at this time of the year, and they can be so complex and so difficult, especially for people who are really struggling in their personal lives with other scenario situations. So we're there to help fill that gap. And our Festive Fears campaign obviously is focused on that in particular for children and young people, and understanding that really interesting bit around Christmas, which is the intergenerational piece. So Christmas is a time when young people and old people get together, parents, grandparents, grandchildren, children. And there's so much of that assumption put on young people in particular about what they want, what they're going to do, what they feel, what their sexuality is, what they think, what they believe. And what we're just trying to do is raise that and say, don't make assumptions. Ask young people what it is they think, feel, what they want to do in the future. And that's what the campaign really focuses on.
I think we've all been in that situation. We've all gone through the sort of the
Haven't we?
adolescence and growing
Yeah.
up. We've all had, the distant relatives, the grandparents and the parents go, oh, when you're settling down, oh, when you're going to get a partner, when it's those flippant sort of across the table comments that yes are probably said, with love, of course, with
Best of
relatives,
intentions. Yeah.
best of intentions, quite right. But actually, sort of deep down, they can have, they can settle on your mind, and you can play on you and go, oh God, well, why haven't I got a boyfriend, girlfriend, etc.? Why haven't I done this? Why am I? Why haven't I got this job, or why haven't I got that promotion, or why do I need? Suddenly it manifests itself into a slightly more unhappy time. And I don't want to sort of, say that every Christmas is unhappy, but it's always there.
Not at all. It is. And I suppose the point is that we're trying to raise that awareness and then giving people the tools. So there's no point just raising the awareness. It's about then, okay, so what do I do? How do I broach that subject? What conversations do I have? So we've put quite a bit of content out all across the social channels, which obviously Get Radio knows a huge amount about, has been helping us to get that message out there, which is excellent. And we've been working with young people on this project all the way along, and some of them are involved in a webinar that's coming out that kind of says, well, so how do we do this? What do we do? To have those conversations and to get round that slightly awkward bit around the dinner table or wherever it might be, sitting in the living room watching a dodgy movie. So that's what we're there to try and do.
Absolutely brilliant. And what would you say to people if they have got a little bit of spare cash, if they're hearing this now on the radio or watching the video back or something, that what would you say to people like to act this week?
Sure. So people can donate if they've got a spare few quid, which of course I know money's incredibly tight at the moment. But if they have got something that they're able to donate, they can either do that online, so through our Festive Fears campaign on our website, on our social channels. Obviously, we've got all sorts of links going out there. There are QR codes. You can donate through the digital screens at the Westgate in Oxford as well. You have to be in and around there. And any donation that's therefore made this week will be doubled in value.
Brilliant news, and great to hear, and a little Christmas bonus, which is such a wonderful thing. So if you are thinking about it, if you are sort of going, oh, I've not done that thing or that nice gesture, definitely Oxfordshire Mind, and definitely this week is the time to do it, which is absolutely brilliant. Ian, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Really great to catch up.
You're welcome. Thanks, Rich.
So Ian Nutt there, the head of development at Oxfordshire Mind. And as I say, just if you're thinking about it, maybe this is a little push to go, actually, do it this week. And of course, eternally grateful for Oxfordshire Mind and their fantastic Festive Fears campaign, which you've been hearing on the radio for the last month or so.